last full stop in this book, my face was like this. I'm just gonna try and reenact the face right now. My face was like this. It dropped, and the only word that came to my mind was okay. That was really anticlimactic. Welcome back to my channel. Today for our book review slash recommendation, well, I'm going to be talking about Toni Kan's Carnivorous City. Actually, Toni Kan has two books to his name. That's the Carnivorous City and Ninth of the Creaking Bed. Carnivorous City was written first, and it was published in 2016, while the Ninth of the Creaking Bed was published in 2019. So Ninth of the Creaking Bed is just a collection of short stories, while the Carnivorous City is a full-length novel and it's fiction. So this book actually misled me. On script, they kept it as crime thriller, and there are actually some pages that are crime thrillers that talked about this book. And this book, to me, is in no way a thriller. Recently, I have been embracing my side, my true self. I have really not admitted that I love thrillers the way I do. I know I must have read thrillers a lot back in the day, but I have never really said or admitted that I love thrillers. So I am embracing that side of me. I love psychological thrillers, I love crime thrillers, I love the genre. So I was feeling like, okay, that on that beautiful day, I think it was on Saturday or Sunday, one of the evenings, and I just wanted a thriller to relax. I just wanted to relax that evening with a nice book that would keep me focused and no amount of distraction. Even though my sister was, if at that point my sister distracted me, because she always distracts me when I'm reading my books, if she tried to distract me, I was going to punch her. That's the kind of book I wanted to read that evening. And I've been seeing this Carnivorous City everywhere. Because Leia Adelai's book, Easy Motion Tourist and When Trouble Sleeps, are crime thrillers that I have reviewed in the past. And whenever you search for that book, you always see the Carnivorous City there. And this book has been calling my name. The yellow cover has been inviting. Even when I went to the bookstore, when I picked up Becoming Nigerian over it. But I always had it in mind that I'm going to read this book one day. The Carnivorous City. It seems nice. It seems like going to blow my mind. Lagos. We all know the story of Lagos all too well most times. And it never gets old or boring. It's like a rite of passage for most writers anyway, because people want to talk about Lagos because it's one of the most popular city it's the most popular city in Nigeria. It's on the lips of everyone. Everyone's come to Lagos and all that. So people always write about, most authors in Nigeria write about Lagos, Nigeria, or must have a book set in Lagos, Nigeria. So I just really wanted to read the Carnivorous City, and I finally did, saying, okay, let me read about the Carnivorous City. And it was a crime thriller there. And guess what? The book started with a line that made me talk in myself the more. And it said, Sonny is missing. And that was the title of the chapter as well. Each chapter of this book has a title. So I said, okay, I am in for this. And we kept going, because the book is really breezy. Because Toni Kan uses very simple English, and his sense of imagery is amazing. So you just find yourself going, and it's highly relatable because it's something that's happening around you. So you just keep on going and enjoying the moment, and before you know, you're at the last full stop. I feel really misled, because here's the description that he gave me. I don't feel like I am just bashing this book. Here's the description that they had up, and it said, Rabato Sabato, aka Sonny DK, is a Lagos big boy, a criminal turned grandee with a beautiful wife, a seaside mansion, and a questionable fortune. Then, one day, he disappears and his car is found in a ditch, music blaring from the speakers. Sonny's older brother, Abel DK, a teacher, arrives in Lagos to look for his missing brother. Abel is rapidly sucked into the unforgiving Lagos maelstrom, while he has to navigate encounters with a motley cast of common criminals, deal with policemen all intent on getting a piece of the pie, and contend with his growing attraction to his brother's wife. Carnivorous City is a story about love, family, and just desserts, but it is above all a tale about Lagos and people who make the city by the lagoon what it is. So reading that description, I was expecting drama. I was expecting, like I say in English, in Pidgin, Basbos, I was expecting all sorts of interesting things. How come Sonny is missing? What happened to him? Who were his enemies and all that? So I really sat in. I was in for a treat, but I was utterly disappointed. It was really anticlimactic for me because I was just going to the story waiting for the next drama or the big thing or the big twist to happen. I was even trying to pinpoint who must have had a hand in it. I was saying, okay, maybe the wife disappeared, the man. I was just really trying to but it ended really flat for me. So like the description says, the book follows the life of this Lagos big boy. We all know about, and it's written before I go into the entire plot. It's written using the omniscient narrative technique. So we've all heard about the 1% in Lagos, Nigeria. This 1% of white people that have authority at their beck and call. They have people listening to them. They have the money. They have the resources. So these people are rich, and this is where Sonny falls into. He has a house with nice view. He has a son and a beautiful wife to top everything up, and he goes missing. So his brother Abel Dike has to come from Asaba, where he's a lecturer in the College of Education, to find or to support his brother's family and also find his brother. But he had to be called in because he was a signatory to the account. That means he was Sonny's next of kin, so his wife had no access to the funds, and he had to pay staff. They had to do all sorts of things, so he had to come in. This brother Abel, he's the older brother. He never really supported his brother's lifestyle or his means of getting money because it was all, as the way it was described in the book, it was all shady business, and the wife is away. So the brother never really supported all of this. But he had to come in when you hear your brother is missing, so he had to come in, and he had to live in the brother's big house. And soon enough, Lagos was already enveloping him and sucking him into the entire lifestyle. That's what Lagos do to you. You find yourself doing things that you never ever imagined that you do. Like Lagos is a way that it can make you, and it can also destroy you at the same time if you're not careful. So, and he also understands this so well when he describes Lagos. So that's basically what the plot is. And if you ask me, this author is obsessed with Lagos, Nigeria. This author knows the nooks and crannies of this city. And I was pretty proud of myself reading this book because I'm really a Lagosian, or I'm not really call myself a Lagosian. I'm new to Lagos because I just moved there in 2019, and there were some areas he was calling in the book, and I was like, yes, I know that place, I know that place. So I was pretty proud of myself because I'm someone that really likes to stay indoors. So for me to know this, most areas he even mentioned in the book, I knew them, and I don't even know how I did. I know that. It's really surprising what your mind can absorb. So this author is really, really obsessed with Lagos, and you know how that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio pointing, that was me when they mentioned my area. When he mentioned my area in the book, although the area was where the car was found in a ditch, but at least they mentioned my area. So although it was a place for a crime, like a crime scene, but at least my area was mentioned. I was just saying, oh yes, that's my where I'm living. So it was crazy. And this author really, really loves Lagos because he really knows what the city can do to you. The way he describes Lagos, there was a point in the book where he said, this is Lagos and anything can happen. Anything, good and bad things can be happening at the same time. So Lagos is really fast paced, really populated, and the book, if you ask me, this book can serve as a map to a newcomer in Lagos, because almost all the areas I mentioned, and the author would talk about how to go from one place to another, talking about the road networks. So it's really amazing that this author is so in love with the city. And like many Lagosians, he has a love and hate relationship with the city, because in as much as Lagos can be exciting and can be sucked into the entire vibe, the city can also swallow you whole. So he also tells you, or gives you a caution there. So it's really just giving you the good and bad side of Lagos, Nigeria. That's basically it. This book was really fast paced, like I mentioned earlier, and in simple English. It was anticlimactic for me, honestly. The only part I really enjoyed was how he talks about Lagos, and seeing Lagos through his eyes was really nice. And that's basically it. Did I learn anything from reading this book? Not really. I was angry at Abel for liking his brother's wife, for falling for his brother's wife, for falling for Ada. And sometimes in the book I was just really like, okay, you guys are not even really pushing to find this guy, because it was already running up on 2 months, and I was not really seeing any concrete thing being done to find this brother that was missing. Yeah, so, and but one thing I really I learned something at least. I learned when, because Abel and Sony are living in two cities. One is in Delta State, Asaba. The other one is in Lagos, Nigeria. And Abel coming to Lagos, he finds out that, because he had always seen his brother as someone that was just really different from him and just on his own. And Abel, on the other hand, thought that his brother saw him as someone who was boring, although he was really boring to me, because who would want to be a vice principal? His dream in life was to become a vice principal, not a principal, vice principal, because he wanted to be like his dad. He just liked his simple, quiet life. So that was what he does. He was just living his own life. His brother was living his own life. He comes to Lagos now and finds out that his brother worshipped his every word. He comes to Lagos and he finds out that his brother loved him so much. So I feel like communication is so important, and tell people you love them, that you love them while you're still around. So yeah, that's something we all know, but talking about it again, the book makes sense. One more thing, this book in a way reminded me of My Sister the Serial Killer by Toni Kan. Braithwaite. I hadn't read that book in the past, and the book has a lot of similarities with this book, because first it really shows that bond between siblings, just like it showed in My Sister the Serial Killer. First, Toni Kan Braithwaite's book has sisters, then this follows the lives of two brothers, and it's the bond is there just like the other book, and the older sibling had to clean up the mess of the younger sibling. It's just really quite kind of similar, but in as much as Toni Kan actually lean towards that crime thriller, the Toni Kan, on the other hand, was really most of the time just romantic fiction. There was a bit of romance in it, and it was also fictional. So that was basically it for me. Basically my thoughts on this book. Have you read this book? If you've read it, please tell me what you think. And would I recommend this book to people? Something I could just breeze through and relax. Yeah, this book's a good one for you, but don't really expect some kind of out of the top performance. Yeah, if I can use that word. So that's just it. So until next time, take good care of yourself, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I always forget to say this, so please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you. I do book reviews, book recommendations, anything bookish, anything books. That's all I do in this channel. So goodbye.